Okay, now I'm going to start talking to everyone else in town. Want to talk to Judith again first, see if she has the key to the jewelry
Oh,
bar.
thank heavens you're here, sweetie. I've been so worried about you. There's been another attack, and I was afraid you might have been hurt, too.
Okay, so I'm going to ask this question again. Um, Turns out in this game, like later on, when you talk to characters repeatedly, you can re-ask questions, which is not something that the Nancy Drew games were known for until Mystery of the Seven Keys, actually. So questions like this can be re-asked even if
I'm fine, Aunt Judith. How's Margaret?
no difference in the character's
No better,
response.
but no worse either. Doctors don't know what to do. Margaret's condition doesn't change in a week. I'm going to have her transferred to the University Hospital in Fairfax.
Do you know anything about that dagger that Mr. Richards just added to his collection, Aunt Judith?
Dagger? No, it sounds awful. I hope Bonnie's not handling things like that. If you really want to know about it, why don't you ask Mr. Romanoff? He might know if it has any historical value.
Well, Fairfax is in Virginia, so I think that's where Fells Church is supposed to be, the setting of this game. Why does he collect weird stuff?
Why does Mr. Richards collect such weird stuff, Aunt Judith?
Well, since we were in high school together, Gary's been obsessed with proving the existence of the supernatural. He thinks all these objects of his will help him. I just hope Bonnie's not too susceptible to all this nonsense.
Why does he care so much about the supernatural?
Gary's always been a little bit of an odd duck. He was different from elementary school on. Maybe this is his way to make a mark on the world.
Indeed.
Aunt Judith, do you know what Margaret did with the key to my jewelry box?
Okay, now I've got the key.
I just saw a little key. Oh, yes, it was on her necklace when Stefan gave me her things. I have no idea when she put it there, silly little girl.
See you later, Aunt Judith.
Please be careful, and be sure to be inside by dark. We don't know what this thing is that's attacking this town, so don't take any chances.
Okay, now I want to leave the hospital and go around town. First stop I will make is Gary's house, because Bonnie is there and I want to talk to her. Look at those funky gargoyles. Here she is.
I'm so glad you're here, Elena. I can't wait to show you what all I've been working on this summer. It's so awesome. What do you want to see first?
Okay, first order of business with her, if she knows
Have you
anything
ever heard
about
of Druids, Bonnie? I heard that they believed in magic, so I thought you might know something about them.
Know about them? My grandmother told me I'm descended from them. The Druids were like priests or something, a long time ago, and they built Stonehenge. You know that huge circle of rocks out in England? And they built it using magic. Cool ancestors, huh?
How does your grandmother know you're descended from Druids?
You wouldn't believe some of the things my grandmother could do. Magic things. Like find out who
Is
you're
she
gonna
a
marry.
witch? I mean, is Bonnie a
Or
witch?
take the
Is
evil
her,
eye
is her
off of
grandmother
her.
a witch? I mean,
She lived in Edinburgh, Scotland, and they remember the Druids there. If you don't believe me, you could read her diary. There's all sorts of neat spells and stuff in there. My father donated it to the library because of its historical value and stuff.
okay,
Maybe
yes,
now
I
you
need
won't
to read
tease me
that
so much
diary.
about my psychic stuff. Anything else you want to know about Elena?
See you later, Bonnie.
Come back anytime. There's still a lot you haven't seen.
And look at this. Nothing happens when you try to click to go forward, but if you go up here, pull the forward. Gary shows
Get away
up.
from there right now. If you're
This
through
must
talking to
be
Bonnie, it's time
where
to
he
go.
keeps his
This isn't a
extensive
playground.
collection of objects related to the supernatural, including the dagger. I think I'm going to have to go back and get it, but not now. Alright, when I want to, when I'm outside in a place like this and I want to go back to the map, I just click on this right here. Whoop. my next stop, the high school, because that has the library where the diary is now. First, I want to talk to the librarian, Mrs. Grimesby.
Oh, Elena, I heard about Margaret. I am so sorry. How is she?
She's still unconscious, Mrs. Grimesby, but the doctors can't figure out why. She wasn't that badly hurt.
Poor child. Perhaps it's just a reaction to the trauma. I'm sure the doctors are doing everything they can for her. But, shouldn't you be at the hospital with her?
It's okay, Mrs. Grimesby. Aunt Judith is with her.
Oh, well, that's a relief. But I'm sure your aunt would like some company from time to time as well. Is there anything I can help you with while you're here?
Yes, actually there is.
There is something I'm hoping you can help me with.
I'll be happy to be of assistance if I can. What do you need?
Can you tell me something about the Druids?
Well, Druids were priests in ancient Gaul, Britain, and Ireland. Today they're pictured as magicians or wizards. I think we have a book about them in the history section if you're interested in learning more about them, Elena.
Okay, I'll find that book.
Have you ever heard of something called a ring of power?
A ring of power? Well, if it isn't something out of one of the Saturday morning cartoons, it certainly sounds like something magical, doesn't it? Mr. Gary Richards might know about that kind of thing. I believe your friend Bonnie McCulloch works for him, doesn't she?
Okay, so here's another example. If I, re-asking questions, but if I ask her, she'll just give me the same answer, so I'm not gonna bother.
Bye.
I'll wanna wait for...
Stop in again anytime, Elena.
Best to always try to look for when you have new questions to ask these characters. Let's look on the shelves for any books. Okay, here is McCulloch's diary. This looks like words pertaining to a spell. From the light of blue sky to the light of bright earth beneath a ring of silver in a place of new earth. The spell of binding magic in it is too powerful to fall into the wrong hands. Forming a circle of sharing sounds like a reference to a ring. Circle of silver, place where earth is made earth again. The sky is so blue it looks like lapis. Folk Tales of Fell's Church. One of the most tragic stories of the Civil War is the story of Adelaide Chambers, daughter of a Union general, and Harold Gray, a Confederate soldier. They made plans to marry before the war began, but Harold had to leave to serve. Left Adelaide behind with a gold coin for their wedding and promised to return. But weeks, months, years passed and he never came back. When she passed away, her final words were said to please bring me a sign. She was buried with the only token that remained of Harold, the gold coin. So I am going to have to look for her grave and dig up that gold coin. Alright, let's look at the books here. Find the one on Druids. Here it is. Practitioners of the ancient religion on the British Isles. Archaeological studies now show that rune stones were probably a part of every Druid's tools used for divining the future. I wonder if there's anything about runes here. First, let me ask Mrs. Grimesby.
Back again so soon, Elena. What can I do for you this time?
Something new to
Where
ask
can I
about
find
the
something
runes.
about runes? You know, those Viking fortune-telling things?
Try the history section.
But a rune isn't necessarily something used to predict the future, Elena. You see, runes were the letters of old Germanic alphabets, and rune is also the name of a Finnish or Old Norse poem.
Bye.
Stop in again any time, Elena.
Okay, here's the book on runes. Let's see, what else do these shelves carry? Candle making. White candles burn the best. Even a black candle can burn well. Couple more books to read. Secret Life of Owls. Feathers are very soft and edges are shaped to reduce the sound of their flight, so they're almost silent. Well, that makes them pretty eerie predators. Herbs and their uses. Vervain. Before I leave the library, there's something I want to look at here. Catalog of items. The church display is right here in the school. Confederate uniform. Look, it's lit up. Harold Ray's uniform cap. Harold Ray was Adelaide's lover who she never saw again after he went to war. I'm going to need to take his cap when I go to her grave. And if I go through here, I'll see the rest of the interior of the school. And here is the display case. But unfortunately, it's locked. Oh.
Hey now,
School
what do you
security
think you're
guard.
doing? Haven't you anything better to do than vandalize school property?
Vandalized? I'm not doing anything.
I'm not vandalizing it, really.
Grouch.
I need to get something from this case. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh yeah, right. And I'm the mayor of Fell's Church. Now scram. You know, I've had it up to here with you kids today. You've always got to have everything go all right this minute. And if you don't get it, well, you just go out and take it. Well, get out of here before I call the police.
I'm not going anywhere.
My little sister was the girl attacked at the art gallery. I need something from this case to prevent more attacks.
Well, if it was your sister that was hurt, I'm real sorry.
Oh, sure you
But
are.
I think you need to see a doctor yourself, dearie. And maybe you can talk him into giving you a tranquilizer
I don't need
or
a
something.
tranquilizer, you old coot.
I don't need a tranquilizer. I
Yeah, I
need
love that.
something out of the case. Will you
Way
help
she
me
speaks
or
in a
not?
defiant tone. I don't need a tranquilizer.
But I haven't got a key to the case, so I can't open it for you, and I'm not about to let you bust it open. Well, why don't you tell your story to Mr. Smith? He has a key. In the meantime, move along, or I'll have to call the cops.
Good riddance, you old grouch.